Hey, and welcome back if you're returning. Today, we are going to look at some Maesters who have served on the Iron Islands. And although we do know of others who have been Ironborn and gone to study at the Citadel, like Haireg and Hake, I can only find two Maesters that have actually served on the Iron Islands, and they've both served House Greyjoy on Pike. Kaelin was the Maester there when Theon Greyjoy was a boy, so we know that he'd served since at least the Greyjoy Rebellion in 289 AC. After Greyjoy's rebellion, Christopher Botley and 4 other boys were brought to Pike to be fostered by Lady Alanis Harlaw. And soon after, Maester Kaelin found Christopher inappropriately touching Asha Greyjoy, the daughter of Lord Balon Greyjoy, and the boy was shipped off to Blacktide. Kaelin has died sometime between now and the current story, because when Theon returns in A Clash of Kings, Maester Kaelin, he ain't there, and his duties were taken over by Maester Windermere. Helia tells Theon that Kaelin now sleeps in the sea, as do most Ironborn, I guess. Kaelin does sound like an Ironborn name. I think he could have just been Ironborn. Maester Windermere takes over tending to the ravens, acting as their healer and serving as counsellor to Balon Greyjoy, Lord of the Iron Islands. In a feast for crows, Windermere sends a raven to Alanis Harlaw at the 10 Towers, explaining the death of her husband, Balon, King of the Isles, and the return to the Iron Islands of his exiled brother, Euron Greyjoy. This guy. Their understanding of Balon's death, as portrayed by Windermere, is, as we learn from Roderick Harlaw, Balon fell to his death when a rope bridge broke beneath him. A storm was rising, and the bridge was swaying and twisting with each gust of wind. Roderick shrugged. Or so we are told. Your mother has had a bird from Maester Windermere. So this guy's not convinced. And I don't know if it's strange that we don't hear of other Maesters on the other Iron Islands, like the bigger ones, Harlaw, Great or Old Wick. It could be the case that other major houses there do have Maesters and we just haven't heard about them, or it could be the case that they just don't have Maesters and maybe they're only on Pike because they've been enforced to be there or recommended to be there when Aegon the Conqueror, made them kneel, and maybe they've been there since. We don't know. Do you know of any Maesters I'm missing that have served Iron houses? Do you think the Ironborn want Maesters there in their service? I mean, they are handy. On the one hand, I could see why, they would find it a positive. I know they love the ships, but sending a raven is much more efficient. You could send your ships off to do other Ironborn breathing things. You've got him there as a healer, and he's there to count your loot. But then, on the other hand, would they want the Maesters there all up in their business? They're not really a fan of other mainland Westerosi customs, so I could see why maybe Maesters are only on Pike. What do you think? Also, with the Maesters, Windermere. Now that sounds like maybe a Riverland's name or from the Reach. Could you imagine this well-read chap from the Citadel going and serving on the Iron Islands and all their kind of uncivil customs? I bet he felt uncomfortable, but Kaelin, I bet he fit right in. And with Windermere, at the end of the story, we know that Euron has been collecting his priests, but I don't think we're told anything about Windermere and what's become of him. Presumably, he's just there to send, back on Pike maybe, somewhere on the Iron Islands, to send ravens back and forth. It's handy for Euron to have, although, does he need that? Who knows? Am I missing anything? Have I forgot any Maesters? What do you think is going on with these Iron Islands and their Maesters? Do you think other houses have them? Let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Be good. If you can't be good, be smart. Have a good day and cheerio.